Hello and welcome to Drum Forest Drum Gaming. I am joined by Jamie today.
Hello.
How you doing today, Jamie?
I'm very good, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Had a good day?
Yeah, it's been pretty good. Pretty good.
Nice. I've still
What
got
about your day?
Yeah, no, it's going pretty well. I've still got nice weather over here, so I can't overly complain on that one.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty good. Once again, we're just gonna do some Rainbow Six Siege, nice and simple, and yeah. So that's pretty good. I do enjoy this game.
Yeah, it is good.
It is good fun. I was never a big PvP fan when I was a kid. Like when I was growing up and stuff, I really wasn't a fan of playing against other people, especially games that were pure playing against other people.
I mean, technically we're not playing against other people.
No, but I mean sort of games that don't have a storyline to them.
Yeah.
Like games that someone took Buck. I'm gonna go with Sledge then. Games that don't have an end game to them. I was never a massive fan because I never felt like I had accomplished anything. Like, which is kind of silly, but at the same time, it's just the way I was. Like, I always like to have a game where I can finish it and I can sit down, look over the however many hours, and be like, yeah, I feel like I've achieved something.
Yeah, I get that. But this is like a good game that you can just jump on, like play a couple of rounds, and it doesn't take that long, and then you can just leave whenever, kind of thing.
Yeah, you can just you know, if you've only got a certain amount of time, because I mean there are certain games where I used to really not like playing unless I could sit down for a minimum of an hour and play.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I was always just sort of like, well, if I can't get a decent amount of time in. Oh, we're disposing of bombs.
We are. Pure example of what we was just talking about though. Like when I play Walking Dead, I will not play unless I want to sit down for like a good few hours and finish kind of the whole section that I'm on. I can't just leave it and come back to it.
Yeah, which makes sense. I mean, I am very similar with a lot of games. Whoa, that was too close. But yeah, I'm not a massive fan of sitting down to a game and then just being like, oh well, I can only do 20 minutes. Like games, especially like I'm a fan of the Final Fantasy games.
Yeah.
And I used to hate destroy the picture. Yeah. I used to hate just sitting down for like 10 minutes and only getting about 10 minutes in. Like I used to be like, well, it's just kind of pointless. Like I like to be able to get a good sort of hour in or so and then go from there. I just found it much more entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
Like, especially with Final Fantasy games because they're so big, like there's so much you can do. I do love a good JRPG. I need to play more of them, but I do like a good JRPG.
45 seconds remaining.
I feel like my game's being a little glitchy right now.
Yeah?
Someone just kind of popped out in front of me.
It's annoying when that happens.
Oh no.
Bomb will be defused in 30 seconds.
I've had one person try and get in through this way. Oh, make that two. How's things at your end over there?
Quite hectic.
Yeah, do you need a hand?
I think I have got it.
5 seconds remaining until the bomb.
I'm pretty sure. Oh no, that's you. I was going to say I'm pretty sure there's someone else here.
Move to another bomb.
Yeah, I've only just come over, so...
Move to bomb location.
Right, there is... We do know where the other one is.
Yes.
Downstairs, isn't it?
I am pretty low on health though, not gonna lie.
It's alright, you got this. You got this.
I don't know.
So, Jamie, tell me, what is your favourite games console? I don't think it's something I've ever asked you before.
Probably PlayStation 2.
Yeah?
But I feel like that's only because that was like my childhood one kind of thing. So that's all that I had and all that I played when I was younger. So I just kind of, it has a place in my heart.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. I'm sort of the same. I started with the PlayStation. Actually, I think my first console was the Sega Mega Drive, as I was saying the other day. Used to love that.
Oh, I'm down.
I got you. Give me a sec. Ah, I'm down too.
Oh no.
That's annoying. But yeah, so I then went on to the PlayStation, which was a great console. Used to love the PlayStation. Had some great games on there. I think the first game I ever played on the PlayStation was around my uncle's house, and that was Spyro the Dragon.
Oh, I used to love Spyro.
Great game, especially as a kid.
Yeah.
And then after that, so then when we first got a PlayStation, I got given Spyro the Dragon because I obviously only just played bits and pieces around my uncle's house, and I used to love it, and so I got given Spyro the Dragon by my parents, and it was amazing. Used to love that game. I still love that game. Like the original.
Yeah.
The original was great. The second one was pretty good too. The third one was fairly good. I won't say it was a bad game. And then sort of after the first three, it kind of, I never really played them anymore. It felt like they kind of stopped into its roots a little bit. I mean, I could be wrong on that. I didn't do enough research into them personally, but the first three. But it's always about the original. I used to love the original.
Yeah.
It was great fun. But yeah, and then yeah, the PS2 was a great console. I'll agree on that one. Like there were so many games on it and things.
Actually, I think I had like a smaller PlayStation to begin with.
There was they brought out the original PlayStation, which was the big grey thing.
Yeah.
And I had that, and ours broke. But what they did was, after that, they brought out the one called the PlayStation 1, which was the little...
But is it like a teeny tiny?
Like a little white one.
Yeah, see, I think I had that first. I thought I just went straight into the PlayStation 2, but I remember having that teeny tiny one.
Yeah. And it was the same as the PlayStation, but it was effectively the PlayStation's version of the Slimline. Like the PS2 had the Slimline, they always bring out the Slimline models. That was effectively the PlayStation's version of that, and it was good. We had one, and I remember we did it for the PS2 as well, but we always got a mini screen for it.
Alright.
Basically, and you could play it in the car, plug it into the lighter port, and you'd play it in the car. But it was great because if we went on holiday places, we would take our PlayStation and PlayStation 2 with us for the rooms.
That's cool.
For any time we sort of chilled inside and things in the evenings when we didn't go out and stuff, we'd sit and we'd play our consoles, which was great fun. And also with the PS2, it meant we had a DVD player with us.
Yeah.
So like if we ever went anywhere where sort of we'd had a day out or something, we wanted to nap in the afternoon. If someone didn't want to nap, they could just play the console.
That's cool.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was a good little kit, and we had the same for the PS2. It was very useful. Can't compound that one, but yeah, I would agree. PS2 is probably one of my favourites because it had such a wide selection of games. There was a lot of games, a lot of third-party games, which was still pretty awesome. And yeah, it was just a great console.
I'm done already.
I'll get you up in just a sec.
I think it was a mistake just busting through that door. There's someone still behind you, I think.
Yeah, it's okay. I think he may have just blown up. No, it's in the back corner.
Got him.
Nice. And yeah, so I mean, from there, I mean, I kind of went just up every level. PS, I had the Game Boy and the Advance. They were great games. Used to love those just because, you know, you could carry them around with you, but also you had the Pokemon games on there. And when I was a kid, and I mean, actually, not just when I was a kid, I still love the Pokemon games.
Yeah.
I think there's only been one Pokemon game that I dislike.
What one?
Pokemon Black and White.
Oh, I died.
How
come you dislike one then?
Pokemon Black and White. I never played Black and White 2, so but Pokemon Black and White, they basically made it so it was fresh for old and new players.
Yeah.
So until you beat the Pokemon League, you did not get any of the old Pokemon.
Alright, okay.
It was all new Pokemon, and I wasn't a massive fan of a lot of the Pokemon, personally.
Yeah.
I didn't like the Pokemon themselves. There were a few kind of cool ones, but overall was not a fan, so I didn't enjoy it so much. It was the first one that had like moving sprites and things, and that was awesome. It looked great, but I just wasn't a fan. Wasn't a fan of the Pokemon. And apparently Black and White 2 was better, because like instead of it just being, because obviously each Pokemon game they always bring out the third, don't they, which is like the special one. Like you have Pokemon Yellow, Pokemon Crystal, Emerald and things, and Black and White 2 was that for Black and White, and basically it was set 3 years after Black and White had happened.
Alright.
So there were changes, you were a different character, and they basically from the off had loads of old Pokemon in it as well, apparently. So I never played that one, unfortunately, but apparently it was better. But yeah, so I did play Black. I think it was Black I had, but I just couldn't get into it. I think I've done it twice, and I think it's the only Pokemon game where I've only played it twice because I just couldn't get behind it.
Yeah, see, I never played that one, so I wouldn't know. But
yeah, other than that, I've played them all pretty much. Sort of the Pokemon games, like the handheld ones, like all the Red all the way through till Sun. I got Sun. Yeah, because you got Moon, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a good game. Getting a shiny starter though was that was a tough one. That really tests your patience.
Yeah, that was a bit insane, really. How long did it take you in the end?
A long time. Over a week, I think.
Yeah, it was a long time.
I can't remember how many days it was, but I remember keeping a tally chart of how many attempts I had made, and it came to like 1,100 odd attempts, I think it was in the end, of soft restarting the game. And the problem was, it wasn't a case of just soft restarting and straight away picking your Pokemon like the old games were. You had to sit through a little cutscene, which I think was about 2.5 to 3 minutes long.
Yeah.
And obviously that's when you're doing that over 1,000 times, it really becomes an effort. It becomes a tough one. I'm gonna throw a grenade in there. Didn't hit anything. That was a terrible throw of a grenade. And so yeah, that was a tough one because I'd already completed the game once, and I was like, I really want a shiny starter. Never had one before, just really wanted one. I was like, I'm gonna do this. And then after about attempt number 100 or something, I was just I remember just being like, why did I start this? But then the more I did it, the more I didn't want to give up because I'd spent so much time on it. It was kind of like, I want to give this up, I don't want to do this anymore, but I was like, well, I've done this for however many days now.
Yeah.
It would be a complete waste if I stopped.
See, I really don't have the patience for that.
And I remember when I finally got it, I was so happy. Seems really sad, but I was just like, yes, I have done it, I've got it. Ow.
Oh.
The hostage safe. Hostiles approaching.
Why are you repelling? Just get out the window. But yeah, that was a tough one. Good fun though. So I mean, anyone at falling off. Anyone at home? Like, is there anything like that you've done? Like, sort of sat through a game just to get a random
stuff.
Yeah, random crazy stuff that's purely based on horrifically low possibilities, like shiny starters in Pokemon, anything like that. Horrible drop rates from any sort of games, things like that. Like I know World of Warcraft has some low drop rates with certain items and stuff like that. Anything like that, let us know in the comments. That'd be cool. Cool to hear your stories on it. Sort of how long did you spend on it and things like that. So we've gone over your favourite console gaming, but what was your favourite game? I mean, is that something you're able to answer? What is your favourite game of all time?
Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah?
Like, the best game I have ever played. I enjoyed it so much.
And I'm pretty sure you are not alone in the world on that one.
No, yeah.
I will not lie, there are a lot of people who love the Kingdom Hearts games.
I never hear a lot of people talk about it though. Like, it's not a game I hear. I mean, it's pretty old now, but...
Yeah, it is fairly old now. When did it come out?
Ugh, I don't know. I was in school.
I was in school still. Let's have a look, shall we? It is a fairly old one. 2005. December 22nd. That's 12 years ago now.
Yeah.
So I was 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have been like... I may have been 13 at that point. Yeah, I would have been 13. But that's, you know, that's a fairly long time ago now.
Yeah. But I just remember, like, coming home from school and being so excited just to go up into my room and carry on playing. It was that kind of game. Like, I just wanted to be on it all the time.
See, I did love it, and I think I covered this in a previous video. Like, my biggest issue was the start.
Yeah.
Overall, unfortunately, but once I got past that, it was great. But I mean, I tried playing Kingdom Hearts 2 recently again, and part of me wishes I didn't, unfortunately.
Kind of ruined it for yourself.
Yeah, because I remember being well nostalgic thinking about it and thinking I'd love to play that again. And I played it again, and I mean, there will be a lot of people who I bet disagree with me on this, and fair play if you do. This was just my personal opinion. I just felt it didn't hold up. There wasn't enough to the combat. Like, there's a fair amount to the combat, but not enough. Like, not when you play certain games where every button does something and you can whack out different combos and things like that. It was just sort of a simple 3-step combo, and I struggled with it. I really did. I struggled to get back into it, and it really kind of upset me in a way, because I was like, I felt I'd ruined my memory of this game.
Yeah.
And I was kind of sat there like, I wish I never played it again now, because I didn't get very far into it. I got past the prequel chapter, did a load on there. Oh, smoke. And just didn't really go anywhere from there, and it did kind of ruin it for me a little bit, so I stopped playing to try and save what memory of it I could. And I mean, it may change in the future. Some point in the future, I may have another go and get a bit further and then really think a bit more about it. That was anyone in the comments, if you've ever had anything like that where you remember a game being absolutely amazing and then you kind of ruin that memory for yourself by going back to it, and actually it's not stood the test of time, let us know. But it was a shame, because I did love that game when I was younger. I really enjoyed it. But yeah, so Kingdom Hearts 2 is your favourite of all time?
Yeah.
Nice.
But what is your favourite, do you think you could say?
Ooh, that's a real tough one, because I got a lot of favourites. And
if I made you choose one.
If you made me choose one, I would probably say Final Fantasy VII.
See, I was expecting it to be a Final Fantasy game with you.
Final Fantasy VII probably, because that was sort of the first Final Fantasy game to get me into Final Fantasy, for one thing. But also, I didn't realise we had found a bomb. Also, it was the first game where I had really played a that had I just jumped over the edge and just downed myself. That was so stupid of me. Not paying attention. Sorry. Someone's picking me up. You're a legend. Thank you.
Oh, that's a lot of people.
I'm here.
Ah!
I'm here. I got you back. It was the first, sorry, yeah, I kind of lost track of my thoughts there. It was the first game where it had real depth and storyline to it that I had played.
Yeah.
And that meant quite a bit to me. Like, I loved it. Like, it was like, you have one of the main characters, and I personally didn't build her up, but like as a character in combat and stuff. But character called Eris, or Aerith if you want to be correct about it. But the American and English versions she was spelled Eris. She died. End of disc 1 out of 3, and it was so.
Spoiler.
Yeah, spoiler to anyone who hasn't played that. Sort yourself out, because you should know this by now. One of the biggest things in gaming history. Aerith dies. But and it was like you grow to love these characters and you really connect with them in a game that big, and then suddenly like, and also you go through this game. If someone dies, you use a Phoenix down and you bring them back to life. You know, and then suddenly this character, this big part of your main character's life as well, is suddenly ripped away, and she's gone for good, and you can't bring her back. And it was heart-wrenching, man. The music, everything, the cutscene.
Yeah.
Oh, it brings a tear to your eye, man. Like, not kidding. It was sad. It was so sad, and I think a lot of people will agree with me on that one, and I'm definitely not the first person to say that either. It was horrible to watch that scene, but that's probably why I would say it was the first game that really showed me that games are more than just here's a character, go kill everyone, or go do this, you know. Like, here's a real big storyline, will make you feel about these characters, you know.
Yeah.
So that's probably why I would say that's my favourite, because it just... Okay, we got people in here.
Yeah, sorry, that was my fault. I'm just down in the corner.
I'm dead. I was trying to get to you, sorry.
Oh,
I had a bad game. But, so, yeah. Final Fantasy VII, I think, takes it on that one for me. I always struggle to think of what my favourite game would be, but I think all the time, I think I'd probably come back to that one, because yeah, it opened my eyes to sort of what video games could be and what they can be.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to head back to the main menu here. I think it's a good point to stop for the day. But yeah, so Final Fantasy VII. Guys, another question for you. Any favourite games for you? I mean, if you played that game, watch that scene, let us know what you think in the comments. How did it make you feel? And if there's any other games that really tugged at your heartstrings, let us know, guys. Like, I'd love to hear about it. Maybe there's a game I haven't played that does that and I should really get on playing. But yeah. Well, yeah, big thank you to Jaime for joining me today again. That was fantastic gaming. I had a terrible day today.
No, you didn't.
I died a lot, but you know, I get so engrossed in what I'm saying that I lose concentration. But you know, I had fun. I had a good time.
No, yeah, it was a good time.
But yeah, so give us a like, share, and subscribe. You know, share the word. It'd be great, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Take it easy, guys.